Not recording now, but
Right,
I don't think we are. Yeah, we will be broadcasting. Yeah, we're broadcasting. So we're live, and welcome to the 25th episode of The Room.
So I didn't know you kept count.
Yeah, I can count.
Wow.
Yeah, number 25.
Cool.
And episode 7 of season 2.
I didn't know. Well, we do seasons. Oh yeah, there is.
We do seasons
I forgot.
purely on the basis of my research project. It's about comparing season 1 and 2 and how they vary and how.
Well, am I going to be in your research project?
Yeah,
then?
basically.
I think I'm quite a wrench in the works when it comes to the show.
Fuck.
Because I'm now. Oh, it's.
We can't put a song on because we're waiting for the program.
Anyway, today's show is about the best worst films.
Yeah, the best worst films.
I have. Well, it's an issue quite close to our heart because we are, of course, The Room, named after the best worst film of all time.
Mm-hmm.
The Room, or the most well known. Personally, I think there's a better best worst film made out there,
Which is
maybe
we shouldn't start with your best one, but we should start with
I won't start with my best.
Juan.
There's ones that I think are best worst films, but are films that people unironically enjoy. I think it's just because we're like film students, so like we analyze things too much. Like I'd say the Transformers movies are like so good they're bad sometimes.
See, this is the thing. It's like you could appreciate sort of what goes into them.
Yeah, as like VFX and stuff and editing, it's amazing. But like just as like a piece of writing or something like that, and storytelling, it's really like crap.
I'm just sending a picture of this to somebody and hoping, because apparently we're not allowed to contact people who work here outside of 9 till 5.
Mm. Shame our show is at 8. So funny
American joke. So normally I'd get Tom to, if we had this technical stuff and I had to fix it, I'd get Tom to talk for a bit because he's good at that.
Yeah, he's really good at that. But you've got me. I'm a rookie. It's my first day. It's my second day.
My Facebook won't even work.
Oh no!
There's still a song playing it. That's odd.
That's not us. That was the guys before us. I'm sorry. The grime artists that were on before us.
Yes. Now my phone has gone into a split screen and I don't know how to fix it.
What the hell is this episode become?
I'm probably going to edit all of this out.
Yeah.
Because
this isn't the blooper reel. It's fine.
Yeah, literally my Facebook won't work on my phone, so I'm unable to contact the people.
Oh, well, everyone who's listening, all one of you, hi Faye.
I don't think she's listening.
Oh come on! I'd listen to her if she had a radio show.
She normally does listen. I don't think she's listening today.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So yeah, normally Tom would be like, "Make sure you can find us on."
I don't know the socials.
No. Yeah.
I don't even follow our socials.
You don't follow our socials.
I subscribe on
Do you?
YouTube. Yeah.
So you're one of the 9.
I think it's 11 now. Actually, I remember thinking I was 11.
Ooh.
11th to subscribe.
Wow.
What do I win?
Unless 2 people have unsubscribed since you subscribed.
I probably subscribed, unsubscribed, and resubscribed.
So maybe you're the 9th and the 11th.
I don't know. Well, if we ever get to 100, I feel like I'm going to unsubscribe and then resubscribe so I can be the 100th and I win something, probably.
Wow.
I don't know how the show's going to work when we get 100. If we get 100. I wish Owen Wilson was here. If you could have any actor on the podcast, who would you have on?
Any actor?
Yeah.
Probably Shayla Booth. Or... it's a hard one to drop on me. Instantly, I just thought Shayla Booth, but I'm not sure. Maybe that'd be a good episode to do.
I was thinking like, Tommy Wiseau would probably really like to be on it. I feel like you'd like to be on it.
You'd get a bit awkward with him. Oh,
there's Jack.
There's Jack Savage. He's here. Anyway, I would normally... Jesus, something else is playing. I would normally put a song on about now. Oh yeah, you can't get in, I don't think. I would normally put a song on, but we don't have access to any of the programs to play music because systems crashed and we can't log in because we're not trusted with that kind of information. So we're just gonna talk for a bit.
Sharply on time,
Is that just a jar of pickle? No, jar of...
olives.
Nice.
I like olives.
This just in, Jack's shown up with just a jar of olives.
I like olives.
The boy likes olives. Tell us more because we're scrambling for time.
Well, what's going on?
The
Olives.
system's crashed and we can't log in.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're still recording. We just don't have any music.
Okay. Does anyone know anything in the news? Trailers? Deadpool?
Well, I was saying to Liam before I came in. Well, actually, let's just do all the introduction stuff whilst we're waiting. Welcome to the 25th episode of the Room Plus Media Radio Show.
25th episode.
Yep.
Insane.
If you would like to see the other 24 episodes, why not go onto our YouTube channel, The Room Podcast on YouTube. If you want to find links to that, then you can find it on our Twitter at The Room Pulse or on our Facebook, The Room Pulse Media Radio Show. And if you have, some sort of feedback that's positive or a business inquiry,
No
make
negative
sure
feedback.
you email us on our business email at theroompulse@gmail.com. I nearly read out my own email then.
Like yourself.
And if you have any complaints or concerns, do, as always, direct them to @QatarHero69 on Twitter.
Yep.
He's the admin for the show. And a snake. We will be talking this week about so bad they're good films, or films that we enjoy that are considered generally to be utter arse. One film we were talking about last week that quite in the news, just to segue into the news, that was a segue there, was the Cloverfield franchise. I watched this today, the third one.
Please no spoilers, even though it is supposed to be terrible. I haven't seen it yet.
It is
Well, no, it's
absolute arse.
Yeah, I saw your tweet. It's not that I heard it's terrible. I heard it's very boring. Well, I suppose
terrible.
it's similar.
Everybody I know fell asleep watching it.
I got to the point, the hour mark, and I was like, this must be nearly done. And there was still another half an hour, and I was like,
Yeah,
for my
boring.
journalistic integrity, I should carry on.
I'll continue.
But for my sanity, I really want to stop. I
heard,
think
like, the
it's meant
last-
to sort of reveal the origins of
Cloverfield, yeah.
the first Cloverfield film and the subsequent second one, and I guess the fourth one. But it really just does it by,
No spoilers, please.
well,
Start around.
no, honestly, like in the first 10 minutes, it's like, they're doing this, and they hope to do this, but it could do this, and spoiler, it does do the bad thing, And that's all the sort of backstory and the way it's revealed is done so via news reports on TVs and stuff. You can clearly tell what's been shot as an original concept and then what's been like tack this
Let's
on.
make a Cloverfield
Let's
film.
make a Cloverfield film. There's like an entire like subplot on, and it's like,
Would it have been good as an original concept? Is it the addition of the Cloverfield that makes it bad?
That's a stupid reason not to like it if it is. To be
no,
honest.
because I know that's
No,
why
but if,
Sean
like,
was saying he
a
didn't
production
like.
company comes in and
Cloverfield.
just destroys it.
No, if it was literally how it is, it's not a good film. I think it's made worse by trying to tack in the Cloverfield stuff. J.J. Abrams said when they started filming that, they hadn't worked out how to get Cloverfield into it yet.
Oh, so it was.
It's very much like,
an original concept, and they were like slap Cloverfield on it.
yeah.
Nice. That's weird. Normally, good films happen like that when it happens in reverse.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like meant to create the explain the randomness of this universe, how there's aliens in one film and the monster in another film and different stuff like that. But really, it doesn't really explain that. It just says this happened and that's why that's like that. There's like really jarring stuff that make you think like this is some sort of student film where like somebody's been impaled in the leg, and then at the end of the film they're running around, and they've been like metal pole in the neck, metal poles and wires in the leg. There's parts of it which are like very reminiscent of Alien, but like not in like a hey, this is a fun callback to Alien. It's like, oh, this is Alien, but not as good.
Like a copy.
Yeah, and other such films. Chris O'Dowd is really good in it. He's funny.
Yeah, I heard he's the only reason people.
Yeah,
said it.
Was
but
he the Irish one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
IT crowd. Yeah.
he's quite
He's pretty
funny
good.
in it, and
I'm surprised
he's the
broke
only
into,
memorable
like,
character,
Hollywood,
really.
To be fair.
Well, in other news, the Deadpool trailer came out, much to everyone's obsesses over Deadpool, don't
yeah, I think I've said before, we're just like
they? Deadpool's fine. It's fine. Sure, why
People
not?
laughed at me when I liked Deadpool in school. Who's laughing now? Still them.
Everyone
Because
apparently.
They're
it's
gonna ruin
hilarious.
it probably, and the movie was okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's yeah, the Deadpool trailer was very I think it was fine.
there's some really
I quite liked the Deadpool trailer, but that's what I think is good about Deadpool is the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously. But equally, in the film, it's that I don't like. I don't know. The action's great. Sure, why not? Give it all that action.
yeah.
Obviously, because it was Super Bowl Sunday, we should probably mention this. Loads of trailers came out.
Yeah.
It's the best thing about Super Bowl is they release loads of trailers.
Well, yeah, they only do like the 1 minute segments, don't
Yeah,
they?
little
But
spots.
then,
But yeah, usually
You get the
a
full
day or two
trailer.
later they release the full trailer.
so for example, the Solo trailer came out and it looked
Mm.
piss. The 1 minute.
and
one.
then they released
The release one looks a bit better, with the exception of the Han Solo scenes.
yeah,
Seems
I
very
remember that.
awkward and forced, which is like what all the reports have been saying, that they've had a shooter on set for what's his name, Alden Ehrenreich.
Oh yeah, to be Han Solo.
Yeah, which is weird because he's really good in Hail Caesar and Tetro.
He is really good in Hail Caesar, but
But yeah, I think it's one of the really a really hard character to pull off. One you don't want to imitate, but one you don't want to be too far apart.
But the problem is, he's one of the most influential characters in film. Han Solo, like everybody
Pop
knows.
culture even.
Everybody knows what Star Wars is, regardless of whether you like it or not. You know what it is. Everybody knows who Han Solo is and Obi-Wan Kenobi and all those, Darth Vader, whatever. So, trying to it'll do really well. Whether it'll be good or not, I'm not particularly hyped for it. Usually I am because massive Star Wars fan, but I'm not really hyped for it. I'll watch it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I hope.
I'm really interested to see Donald Glover because he looked interesting.
I don't see a way they can make it bad. They've probably got a good story to
That's
tell.
the thing.
I
Well,
don't see how
the
they
problem
can mess
they
them
said-
up. If they do, I'll be impressed, to be
Well,
honest.
it's by the makers of the Lego Movie and Jump Street
Well,
originally,
that's true. But that's
two
that's
good films.
yeah. But
until Ron Howard took over.
But that's the other thing. It's like it was. There's got to be some problems because there was the directors were kicked off. So
Reportedly, they took the script and they wanted to do a lot of improv.
but I feel
which
improv would work for something like
worked.
that.
So stuff like Donald Glover is used to a lot of that, so he was fine, and a lot of the cast were fine. But the problem was with Alden Ehrenreich, and a lot of the blame's been put at him that he was the one who got them sacked because he couldn't do it. Reportedly,
He got them sacked because he couldn't.
The thing is,
and that makes sense when you look at Ron Howard because he's a numbers man and he makes
Yeah.
films by the numbers. Rush is good and Like a Beautiful Mind's good. But
Yeah.
it's sort of.
But the thing is, Han Solo, in his films, all of the lines sound like they're improvised. It sounds like nobody wrote a script. He just sort of was there and just improvised all his lines.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite scenes in all of Star Wars. In fact, Han Solo has all my favourite lines in Star Wars. But one of my favourite scenes is that bit in New Hope where they're going rescuing Leia and he just tries to stall the guy and then just goes,
When he's on
shoots
the
it and
phone.
just
Yeah,
goes
it's
boring
like, oh,
conversation
yeah,
anyway.
We're fine. How are you? He's like, oh.
But
And then
it
there's in the trailer, it's like, we're fine, that was fine, it was a bit close there.
He's like, why did I ask how he was?
But that bit in the film, it seems like one of those where George Lucas had written like an actual bit for it, or he just either that and he'd just not stuck to it, or he'd just gone, just say something.
Apparently, a lot of it is sort of improvised
Because
in
all
the originals.
Han Solo sounds just sound improvised. But then writing something to make it sound like it's improvised isn't easy either.
No.
Which is what you'd have to do.
Spontaneity.
Which is what you'd have to do right in a solo film. You'd have to write like it's all improvised, which isn't easy.
We had some other trailers. Dwayne Johnson
In that-
plays the world's most hench cripple.
Wait, is
Have you
that
seen them? So like,
Skyscraper? Or is it?
it's Die Hard.
Okay, have you
It's like
seen the
Die Hard
have you seen
Tower
the
in
poster
Inferno,
for
isn't
it?
It's Die Hard just in time for the Paralympics.
Have you seen the poster for it?
Where people have worked out the angle that he's jumped
Okay.
from. It's
Yeah, the angle he
fantastic.
jumped from. No, there's no way he's making it. He's gonna smack it. He's gonna smack
Look,
into the
People
other
say
window
that
and
you'd
die.
have to run faster than Usain Bolt. I think it's like 28 miles an
He
hour.
probably can. He just doesn't need to want it.
Yeah, it's 28 miles per hour. to make that window.
Okay, so he's a cripple.
So he's got one leg.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
At 2 points in the trailer, you see him clipping his leg on. 2 separate points. They emphasise that he's a big man, but he still has to clip his leg on. And then there's a bit at the very end of the trailer where he's hanging from a rope or something, and his leg starts to come undone. And you're like, oh god, is
it one of those films that gives everything away in the trailer?
No, I have no idea what the plot is, other than that his family are 200.
Is it on fire?
Yeah, I think it is at some point.
It
looks like
a remake of the Tower Inferno.
It looks like
Johnson beating up the skyscraper.
Die
I want
Hard.
it to be I want the first hour of that film to be Dwayne Johnson Looney Tunes thinking of ways to get in this tower, and he's thinking of all
like Acme Corporation.
Yeah, he's got a rocket, it explodes. He's like, shucks. He tries jumping in, smacks into the window, can't get in.
Tries a 2x2 cover formation up through the front doors.
Yeah, and then he finally gets in, and his family are dead.
Fucking hell, that's
and he loses his leg, and it's all shot in reverse.
What were some of the other Super Bowl trailers we had? Jurassic World again.
Oh god, bad does that film look?
Look piss again. All I keep hearing about that is, we've gone back to practical effects, and then in the trailer there's a CGI hill, a CGI explosion, and CGI dinosaurs running away from it.
Why CGI hill?
And I'm like,
I understand CGI and a dinosaur because they're not a thing really anymore. But there's hills
the thing is, it's all well and good doing practical effects. Like in the original Jurassic Park, the practical effects still hold up now.
There's only 6 minutes of non-animatronics.
Yeah. And they all hold up now easily. However, it doesn't matter now if you do practical effects if your film is absolutely shocking.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty obvious. Effects, the plot in this looks like there's a volcano or some kind of explosion on the island, and they've got the moral dilemma of, do we let all these creatures that we've created die?
Yes.
Or do we save them because, we've abandoned them and we've left them to this situation?
That reminds me of that weird bit in Prometheus.
Yeah. And then, which is an absolute piss take of a plot, because I did the Tom then. Well, shark fin in it. Because
it's a visual gag.
All the way through those films, all of them, it's like, Mother Nature should be allowed to do what it wants. You can't play God. And now it's Mother Nature saying, I'm going to take these dinosaurs, I'm going to kill them. And they're like, maybe we shouldn't. So it looks like the first 30 minutes of the film are on the island, it explodes, and then the rest of it's somewhere else. There's an evil...
Isn't there a new? There's one of those. Oh, we created it ourselves, but it looks like it's crossed with human and dinosaur.
Yeah, another one again.
It's looks like a bit in Prometheus,
Yeah, another hybrid dinosaur, because that's what we all wanted from the last one. God, just give us a T-Rex and another T-Rex fighting, or a T-Rex versus.
Yeah,
T-Rex versus.
And reportedly, the T-Rex in this, that's on the hill, it knocks another dinosaur out, just kills it. In the trailer, is the dinosaur from the very original?
It looks like the Spinosaurus, didn't it?
They've matched the scars and stuff from it.
Oh really?
Like the very first one that kills the velociraptors. Yeah. They've all the scars are matching up and stuff. So it's the original dinosaurs back in it. So I guess he's dying at the end. Spoiler.
Rest in peace, T-Rex.
So yeah, it looks like it's another case of taking it off the island, which is probably the worst part about The Lost World. The last 30 minutes where it's in San Diego, and he eats the dog. It's not a bit of shit. But
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got Jeff Goldblum back as well.
Jeff Goldblum back, and apparently, what's his name? Sam Neill has a cameo at some point.
Really?
Reports on set say he turned up, did a scene, and left.
Ooh. Do you think they just really tried?
Don't know. I think he'd be up for it. He's not got much on nowadays, has he? Popped up in Ragnarok.
He did, yeah, briefly, very briefly. Yeah. Well, what other trailer? I feel like something else. The Venom one came out today, but I've not seen it yet.
There was another. What was it? There was Lost World, Solo. Should I Google it?
Spore.
Sorry, I was just checking if I got any messages yet.
Can we still not play music?
Whoops. Nope.
Nice. All right, you're stuck with us.
Oh, Avengers. Infinity War.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't reveal too much else, but
No, they're doing well with that. They're not going to give anything away because they know the entire war's going to go watch it.
Yeah, I think everything's been said about that can be said about that.
You don't need to give anything. You don't even need a trailer. If you just release that, if you were like, all right, releasing Avengers in 2 days, everyone would go perfect.
People love trailers though.
Oh yeah, people love trailers. But
I try and stay away from them.
I do. The only trailers I don't stay away from are Star Wars and Marvel.
I didn't watch any Last Jedi trailers. I just went in raw.
I watched the first one and then
Yeah, I watched the teaser. Like that.
and then avoided the rest because by the time they get like a month away from the film, they start giving crucial plot points away. So Avengers will do that still. But they don't need to. They don't need to release
Avengers isn't
I think
bothered.
Pepper
It
Potts
doesn't need to
dies. She puts on an Iron Man suit and dies. I think she's the one who gets slapped down in the
I
trailer.
was going to say, she's not been in it for about 4 films, so sure, go for it.
She says she's in this one and she's got an action
It's
piece.
like when they brought Dobby back in Harry Potter just to kill him. Spoilers.
Cloverfield 4 still likely to arrive in cinemas. That's good. But, you know, they sold the last one for 50 million to Netflix.
It's not worth 50 million.
No, it's not. It's not worth a pot to piss
How
in.
Netflix is too rich, they'll make anything.
That's the thing, yeah.
We could pitch this podcast to Netflix and they'd make it.
They probably
It's
would.
not a bad idea.
Pitch it.
They're very rich.
I'd just be like, have you heard of The Room?
The Room
It's
podcast.
popular. It's popular now. You know, it's fine.
Anyway, speaking of The Room, which probably leads reasonably well onto our topic for today.
Yeah, we'd normally play a song right now. There should be one playing. Yep, there's a song playing, but I can't stop it.
That terrified me.
Oh shit. Hide your drinks. Hide your drinks. Hide your drinks.
Hide your olives, lads.
Hide your food. Hide your drinks.
Hide your lives.
Oh, she just spilt a lot of tea.
She's gone past us.
Has she gone past?
Who was that?
No, wait. She's the person who runs the radio.
Oh no.
I've posted on the page that she created today, a brand new page, Jack. I don't think you're in it.
I'm not in it.
It's for Facebook. No, it's
Why just create a new page? What's wrong with the old page?
because I think that was that was for volunteers in general. This one's for radio hosts, and I've just put, "What's the Myriad login details, please?" And then just underneath it, she's got a message saying, "Hi guys, this is the Pulse Media Show, Pulse Media Radio Show host page. Report any issues here."
Did you report the issue?
It's been seen by 3 people, and not one person commented apart from me, who put great. Nobody replied 18 minutes ago. So yeah, our topic this week is films that are so bad that are good. I guess we'll all go around. We didn't explain that Tom's not here.
Tom's on here, lads.
Tom is not all they can.
I'm sure people have worked that out already because they've not heard him yet.
They've not heard me fade over him. I edited the last week's episode today. I was meant to do it last weekend, but I was very busy with Tom in a non-sexual way. And
You didn't say it was sexual.
yes,
I believe you.
okay. And it's really hard to edit it when I'm fading over Tom, trying to get just the right amount of music so the joke works, but not too much that we get copyrighted again. So
Again?
He's like one.
we've been copyrighted before because I left one song in once by accident and we got copyrighted for it.
Whoops.
Nice.
Just once.
Rest in peace, Tom, I suppose.
And then I let the Facebook crop it out for me, because you can either like take it down, do it yourself, re-upload it, or let Facebook do it. And they cropped like half an hour out of the show.
You should embed the shows to Facebook, because then it gives people a reason to watch without clicking a link.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I didn't post on Facebook or Twitter that we're on today.
Oh, actually,
Probably just as well because we're a bit busted this week, aren't we? Right. Anyway, shall we start with So Bad They're Good? Jack, do you want to kick us off?
I might as well kick off with. I've never seen it, but so I probably shouldn't. But I mean, The Room is the
Room-
most famous one, I'd say.
I said before, The Room's the most famous one, but I don't think it's the best one.
Oh no, I mean, but then that's.
I have a
subjective again, I
spicy
suppose.
one that nobody's seen because films that I like bad films. I haven't watched a proper Hollywood film in a cinema for so long, except for Star Wars. But I just watch crap, and that's my taste.
Well, that's true. I mean, there's loads like Transformers,
Yeah.
Taken, Hitman, Independence Day, all those sort of.
But are they good?
No. They're just funny. They're like
No,
unintentional
I
comedy.
go deeper than that, Jack. Did you know there's a film, a rom-com film that is made and produced and based on the website Christian Mingle?
No, I did not.
Christian Mingle is a Christian dating site. So good Christians, saying to the microphone, good Christians can get together and have a relationship.
And have
What
a
type of
rom-com.
Christian are you, Liam?
Good Christian boy. That's
Yep.
the type I am.
Yep.
So it's just Christian Mingle, and it's just these two white people
Mingling.
being Christian. Yeah, it's just two white people being Christians. It's weird.
Two white Christians.
I've seen this.
I have never
I've
seen
seen this. It's the
Yeah.
best.
When Liam was going on, then I was thinking this is exactly the
It
sort
is
of film.
riddled with animation errors, and I think they spelled Titanic wrong.
Yeah, this is a 2000 film, The Titanic: The Legend Goes On. It's an animated. It's not a sequel.
I had this on DVD as a
And
kid,
it
and I thought it
explores-
was the bollocks, but
It explores a lot of the same themes as the one that came 3 years previous. An Italian animation, which includes a rapping dog, if I remember
the
correctly.
dog rapping was sick.
Parappa
Let's
the
read a bit about this. The movie begins. Oh no, fuck that. Yeah, so they're all Italians
Trying to speak English.
trying to speak English.
It's like Heavy Rain, where they're all French.
Was released in 2000 in native Italy.
Good.
And received a DVD premiere in Canada.
Just Canada.
Just Canada. The American cut version features a completely different plot, songs, and dialogues.
Maybe the original's amazing.
Wait,
I don't know. It's still
could
2.2.
be. Maybe that's why it's so like all over the place.
I want to see what else this guy's done.
All right.
Camilo Tetti.
Tatia.
Oh my
Look at this
goodness.
boy.
Bye bye Vietnam.
Oh,
Is that another animation?
doesn't look like it.
No. It's 4.2 out of 10.
He's not got a good run, has he?
No.
Oh wow, these look like
You know them Italians.
films
they
from the
can't make
30s.
films.
See how
Name one good Italian filmmaker.
The guy who made
Scorsese.
That's the right answer.
He's not technically.
his dad beat his mother, so I think that counts.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sure he likes pasta.
Pasta.
No, he enjoys mom's pasta.
And spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
Arms are sweaty.
His spaghetti.
La leggenda continua.
Rest in
So
peace,
yeah,
never
there's
spaghetti.
a rapping dog. I remember. Oh wow, you can watch the entire thing on YouTube.
We should
That's-
rename our show.
that's
Titanic
for another-
The
that's
Legend
for another-
Continues.
We should
episode.
rename this The Green Room. The Legend Goes On.
Have you seen Titanic 2?
Oh, wait, the sequel to James Cameron's one.
No.
The which? What? have
It's
you
called Titanic 2, but it's not based off Titanic.
Wow. Oh, that's the ship. 2010. 1.5.
Yeah, we're getting into the raunchy stuff
Hang-
now.
hang
Look at the
about.
budget.
Hang about. You know, there's alarm bells start ringing when the main actor is also the director.
Oh, screenplay by Shane Van
This is a
Dyke.
Tommy Wiseau
Director Shane Van Dyke.
History.
Look at
Oh,
Shane
so
Van Dyke.
history threatens to repeat itself when a new luxury liner sets sail. Oh my god, I want to see the green screen in this. There's got to be some bad green screen on this bad boy.
All
I
right.
hope you're all enjoying this.
I'd like to thank all of you for
That is the
joining me
exact
on
same
this day
shot
that'll go
in-
down in this
I think they just used the same shot.
Today, where the lives
100 years
lost
later.
on board this ship's predecessor were remembered with the creation of the greatest, fastest, most
Look at all the
sophisticated
dislikes.
ship ever created, the Titanic 2.
22k dislikes and 7k likes.
We set sail again.
Have another one of your bad
Oh,
buildings,
that's a bad CGI helicopter.
Full screen it. I can't see.
Yeah, this is a very dark film. They didn't light
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please.
What are these fades?
The same on the same day. Not another iceberg.
Same course.
Just take a different course so the iceberg isn't there.
Well,
the
due to
same.
global warming, it'd be melted by now. But they were wrong.
To be fair, from this trailer, it does not look like a £500,000 film.
It does not.
Requiring immediate assistance.
It looks more like that. Have you ever seen
Poseidon.
Poseidon? Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the cruise line.
Yeah, it does.
Another wave coming.
Oh,
Are you sure this isn't Poseidon?
it looks a lot like Poseidon, doesn't it? It looks like an action film about the Titanic. Just walk by again. She's going in this time. Well, that was
Riveting.
piss. Right, so yeah, the Titanic, the legend goes on. Stay away from Italian animations. What have you got, Liam? What have you got cooking?
What did I say before? Okay, there's a film I really like called Samurai Cop.
I think I've heard of this.
There's a Samurai Cop 2 that came out like 30 years later or something. Samurai Cop is it's a 90s film, but it is an 80s film.
I was going
you
to
know?
say, I looked at the mullet and I thought, this is 80s and then
It's a 90s film, but it's an 80s film, you know. And basically, It's this guy. He's like I think he's the chief of police. He's something.
He looks like
He's just a policeman who doesn't have to wear a uniform and doesn't have to use a
he
gun.
looks
He uses
really
a sword.
sunburnt.
And it's just the most.
Man.
It's if The Room was an action movie, I promise you.
He didn't direct this, but it does have the same producer, writer, and director. So you know it's a passion piece.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. There's a second one too that was funded through Kickstarter.
Samurai 2,
Yeah.
Deadly Vengeance. Oh, this one's actually got 5.5.
Yeah, because it's a cult now, so I don't think it's very good. I think he got a good crew though to make it. It's just one of them 80s action films where whenever somebody gets shot, they overplay it and it's hilarious.
Oh, Enter the Samurai, it's a documentary.
I haven't seen that one.
That's cool.
Anyway, I'd recommend Samurai Cop because it's basically if The Room was an action film.
That sounds cool. Maybe I'll give that a watch.
You'll give it a go.
I'll give it a go. Jack, do you have any more to hit us with? It's really hard with that music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean it is, but I mean the topic's quite difficult because.
Jack only watches like good films in the cinema.
But I don't, because I watch bad films too. But I watch bad films knowing they're bad, but I don't enjoy them as if they're good. If you got what I mean. So like I just sort of, what a film. Nah, right, fair enough. I'll give you that one.
Oh, I've seen this.
Eight-Legged Freaks.
Eight-Legged Freaks.
It's a brilliant.
I
film.
remember getting this film, and I knew it was bad before I opened it because you remember those like DVD cases that come, but not as DVD. They're like bits of plastic, and you have like a clip that goes around it.
Yeah.
You clip it open. I got 2 of them. I can't even remember where I got them. Eight-Legged
Yes,
Freaks
that's exactly how I've got it.
and Deep
Yeah.
Blue Sea.
I've never seen Deep Blue Sea, but that's my Eight-Legged Freaks copy as well because I've got that
Yeah.
on DVD.
I had it as
And,
I had it pirated
wow.
from a
Wow,
dodgy
wow,
man.
wow. Those budgets.
Oh.
It made $15 million,
It just about broke even.
Jesus Christ.
and it if you've not seen Eight-Legged Freaks, it's about genetically mutated spiders. It's basically Dawn of the Dead with spiders. They all just hide in a mall. And,
Scarlett
when did
Johansson's
this come out?
breakout role.
This was a long time ago, wasn't
Yeah,
it? 2002?
Yep.
And Scarlett Johansson plays... She plays the daughter,
well,
doesn't
it's David Arquette I always recognise.
she? She plays the she plays the daughter, doesn't she? Yeah, and there's like
But
so she would have been 18 when this came out. And boy, oh boy! So for people who aren't familiar with it, it's about there's like a spill, as all these films start. There's a
Yep.
spill, and these 8-legged freaks turn up, aka spiders, break out of like a local spider, and they just start picking people off one by one. And
but
so
they've all got a special set of skills.
yeah, there's jumpy spiders. There's like sneaky, hidey under the ground spiders, which has one very fantastic action piece where he throws a ladder down on the floor and escapes via ladder. And basically, the characters you don't like die, and the characters you do like just get taken to a nest and saved at the end.
That's nice.
'Cause that's how all these films work. So look at some of the CGI stills from this. Ooh, yeah, that's not. Ooh, that's not good, is it?
It's a great film. But equally, there aren't many films that I sort of... I don't know, I don't really know any so bad they're good films.
A
I
film-
can tell you bad films that I laugh at or something,
A
but...
film that is like this is Ticks.
Ticks.
Have you seen Ticks?
No.
You know Tick the insect?
Yeah.
It's like 8-legged freaks but with ticks.
Have you ever seen Them?
I haven't.
All the
Giant
birds.
ants. Black and white.
Up the ticks, come on.
Black and white giant
Like
ants.
Yeah,
It's a great
yeah.
film.
It's look at it. It only had a 1 million budget, so it is one of them
This
films.
guy's quite famous, isn't he?
Seth Green, yeah.
Yeah, he does a robot chicken.
The Seth Green. He is the family man.
Guy.
And Alfonso Ribeiro from...
Yes, Carlton.
Yeah, that guy.
Wow.
So
Up
this
the
had an
ticks, come
okay
on.
cast for... When did this come out?
1993.
Type in Them.
What was Carlton doing in 1993?
Probably just swaying side to side. Them, 2006. That's
No,
not bad.
Them
That.
1954.
Well,
It's a great film.
7.3.
I just thought whilst we're on the topics of giant things.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few written down here that are I consider bad films, but they nonetheless are great. So, like I said, along with 8-Legged Freaks, I also got Deep Blue Sea, which is getting a sequel this year, and it's going straight to DVD, which tells you everything you need to know really about it. Deep Blue Sea, you ever seen this?
Not
I've
even
never seen
straight to
Deep Blue Sea,
Netflix,
no.
just straight to DVD.
Straight to DVD.
Oh,
which means nobody's ever going to see
Not
it.
even Hulu.
Nope.
Not Amazon.
1999, and it's got quite a good cast.
Is that the one where they... No, I think I might have seen this. Is where they like hold the breath at the end, but I'm sure they're holding the breath for like 40 minutes.
They hold the breath in a pressure whilst they pressurize, and then they swim up through water.
I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen
Sam Jackson, Tom's favourite actor, Thomas
it.
Jane.
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane, this really annoys me because he wears a wetsuit with no sleeves, which sort of defeats the point of keeping yourself warm, but keeping your arms
And they
cold.
got Stalingrad. Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Is that Bill Skarsgård's dad?
No,
Skarsgård.
that's-
How many Skarsgård are acting? Is it like their entire family?
Yeah,
is
there's a
acting?
few of them. Let's just click on his children.
Yeah, because they got Alexander Skarsgård, who was in that film I watched the other day.
He's in
And they got-
Vikings.
Then they got Bill Skarsgård, who's obviously Pennywise the Clown. He's got about 19,000 kids.
He's got a lot of them.
He has to make more people with that last name. He's so proud of it.
Well, right, he's in he's the scientist in Avengers, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in a lot.
Not
He's
in Avengers,
He's in
in,
Nymphomaniac and stuff as well. So yeah, it's like a government facility, and Thomas Jane, throughout this film, is sliding all the time in his wetsuit. It's like there's an action piece where they got to run somewhere, and Thomas Jane is convinced he has to do it on his belly. He spends the entire time just like body surfing his way through this film. So yeah, Hook. Deep Blue Sea 2 is coming out this year.
Here's the trailer.
Yeah. And should we stick the trailer on for Deep Blue 2? Actually, let's watch the original. So
The
you can get an
entire
idea
film.
of this film. See how many times you can see Thomas Jane
Tell me,
sliding.
Mr. Franklin, have you ever known anyone with Alzheimer's?
No.
What if you could end all that suffering with a single pill?
Stupid line because he just said he doesn't know what it's like, so he wouldn't give an arse about ending it.
Stop pricing.
In the most
What?
advanced research facility in the world.
Not supposed to, but
Wow.
Beneath its glassy surface, a world of gliding monsters.
A team of specialists is working against the clock
Did someone order the fish?
on an experiment to benefit mankind.
I was going to say as well, you know a trailer's bad when there's like
voiceover.
There's a voiceover
Yeah, every time.
in a world.
But before they can save millions of lives,
Tell me I didn't see that. They recognize that gun.
It's impossible. Sharks do not swim backwards. They can't.
they'll have to find a way to save their own.
I've seen this.
I think I've had enough of this trailer.
It's getting tense though.
Stealthy is that shark?
What's more terrifying than a smart shark?
Like something that can come on land and is also smart, like humans.
A shark with a gun.
Therapies to increase their brain mass.
What is that?
As a side effect, the sharks got smarter.
They'll just hear a bang.
From the
Will
director of
sharks have guns?
Cliffhanger. Oh, that's another good film.
Tell me what that is.
Sly Stallone. That's Pete. That's Stellan Skarsgård.
How'd you convince Samuel Jackson to be this, to be honest?
He's not. He gets killed.
Oh, good.
He gets killed at this bit.
Not this bit. He gets. There's a bit where he's like, and we all need to stick together, and it just jumps out the pool and just
You're
comes-
telling
I've
me
seen
he
that.
survived that?
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson, dude. To be honest, I think we could do an entire podcast on just shark films, but another bad shark film is a sand shark, which is a shark that can swim in the sand.
560 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the.
Sounds like Tremors.
That's like one of the sort of Sharknado spin-off
So
things. isn't
many weird. There's Sharktopus. That one's good. Robo Sharktopus from Mars. That's good.
It was the loudest thing I've
it?
ever
Wait,
heard about.
Thomas Jane, are you going to go in for a slide? Oh no, he's jumping out the door. Somebody else is going to go in for a belly slide, I reckon.
Where's all the blood from his arm that's just been bitten off?
The wound has been cauterized.
He's going to slide. We want a belly slide.
What is that he's getting?
Yeah. Oh,
Emergency shotgun.
Emergency Spaz 12.
Oh no, he forgot water was bulletproof.
That's a good point.
it's a very interesting. So yeah, there's that. It's absolute bollocks. Should we do what you suggested, yeah?
Yes, we should. Create an uprising and overthrow the government.
Yes.
Well, tried to start a rebellion, but didn't put off enough flyers. And they're only my mum and my mum's boyfriend, who I don't like.
What a film.
It's so good. He's the best part of it.
Easily the best part of that film.
Taika Waititi.
However, it's still a brilliant film.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Wrong one.
We're just getting up your soundtrack. If you know the soundtrack, please call in and guess.
There we go. Tune over.
And we're back.
There's a song.
With some more films that are so bad, they're good. One that seemed to tickle your fancy, we were talking about in the break, was The Scorpion King, Liam.
The Scorpion King's really funny because
The Rock's first film.
One time I was playing charades with someone, and the person went 2 words, and someone behind me, just from 2 words, shouted "Scorpion King" really loud, and I died. Look at The Rock.
That is some next level CGI.
That's what he looks like in the games, to be honest.
The Scorpion King, Randy Couture and the Scorpion King. Ron Perlman's in the third one. Wow. I've only seen the first one because I had a DVD box set of The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, and The Scorpion King.
Why would they make that?
Why would they make what?
Why would he do that for The Mummy?
Because in the sequel, because he fights him in the sequel, doesn't he? That's not from The Scorpion King, that's from The Mummy Returns, isn't it?
I've only seen that one once.
The second one. He fights him basically at the end. A big lobster man. Doesn't ever explain why he's a big lobster man. He just turns into a big lobster man. Scorpion King is good though. Apparently, Dwayne Johnson had like pneumonia or something, or some kind of illness, quite severely during the entirety of this film that he spent in the desert.
Oh, well, now he's the biggest actor in Hollywood, so.
And yeah, now he's the biggest, the big cheese.
It had all started
literally and physically.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's got quite a lot of mass. I hear.
He's what?
Quite a lot of mass.
I've heard that he's been known from time to time to hit the gym.
Yeah, I've heard he has jump 2 bowls of oatmeal a day.
I've heard he can jump really far.
Well, we need to see the film first.
I've heard he's only got 1 leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Scorpion King.
What if he just starred in a biopic about Oscar Pistorius? Isn't that coming out?
I'd imagine so at some point.
Who's Ralph Mahler? Look at that fella. Muscles McGee.
Which guy?
Ralph Mahler.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Steroid man.
What a change.
This guy wears a double medium.
What else has he been in? Gladiator.
Universal Soldier. Have you seen Universal Soldier? It's nuts.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm pretty sure any film with him in and Dolph Lundgren is nuts. Wow. I'm sure he's been in some other mad shit.
The Expendables, I suppose, is...
Yeah, I had that written
It's
down.
just an action film, though. I feel like it's got to be films that take themselves too seriously.
Yeah,
well,
I suppose that is
in
the
that
case.
sense, they don't... They're a bit... shit.
If The Room takes itself 100% legit seriously.
Well, it's
That's
like...
why it's
I think you mentioned London Has Fallen, which... What's it called? White House Has Fallen?
The first one is Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Which is bad, but it's not... It's bad and you like that's bad. But the second one's so bad that it's good.
Yeah. The second one, I took my mum watching it at the cinema, and it was like we were wetting ourselves near the end because Gerard Butler just at one point in the film just stops doing his American accent and just goes Scottish.
Yeah,
it's really bizarre.
It's because he bumps into another Scotsman.
Yes,
and
he bumps into that other SAS Scotsman guy, and he's just like starts going Scottish, and it's
just like
absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's so bad, that second one. I've said this before on the show. My favourite line in that film is probably one of my favourite cinematic lines ever, just for the context it's in, where Gerard Butler, who plays the president's bodyguard, goes up to the president, the most powerful man in the world, and goes, "I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck," and drinks a glass of water. And it's like, my God.
There's another one, Air Force One.
Yeah.
It's Harrison Ford throwing people out of planes.
Get off my plane.
Get off my plane.
Yeah, Air Force One isn't actually a bad film, to be fair to me.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's great.
Mm.
Possibly one of the best actors who ever lived.
Get off my plate.
I think you're forgetting about this young man. I'm sure we can get some gold out of him. What's another funny one he's in?
Jared Butler.
Law-abiding citizen. Geostorm, Gods of Egypt.
Gods of Egypt. Man, look, click on Gods of Egypt. Look at the rating for it. I know it's really bad.
15%.
Oh.
I see. Then you've got things like
Budget.
Look at the
140
budget. Oh wow, it barely made any money.
Day After Tomorrow in 2012.
Live to repeat.
well, I've got Godzilla down. Emmerich, what's his name? I'm really struggling. I still maintain that this is a better film than the one that came out in 2014.
I rated that one.
I really liked
Roland
it.
Emmerich.
Matthew Broderick. We could get some stuff out of him.
This guy's made some stuff.
Oh wow!
He made The White House Down, which is actually it came out at the same time as Olympus
Yes,
Has Fallen.
this
and
is
it's
what
better.
This is my point I was going to make. That White House Down was
Universal Soldier again. No one knows this film. It's the best.
See, Patriot's a good film.
The Patriot. Heath Ledger's in that, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So he made both Independence Days, Day After Tomorrow, which is alright.
Independence Day 1 is not a good film.
2012.
Oh, he made Eight-Legged Freaks.
Whoa,
Wow.
this guy's the best. He's the MVP.
2012.
He's like the king of bad films.
He isn't he? Has he actually made anything good apart from The Patriot?
The Patriot and
It's alright.
what was that other one I saw?
10,000 BC's actually balls. I remember watching that for educational purposes in class.
Why?
Because we used to do classics and it was like, here's about ancient worlds. It was bollocks. 2012, so bad.
It is, isn't it?
Can't stand that.
I think
film.
I remember seeing that once, and I would never want to watch it.
This
again.
guy, where is he?
I mean, the guy who made a film.
The guy plays-
capitalizing on real fear that everyone's gonna die.
The guy who plays the Doctor, where is he? Don't know where he is.
And the problem is
This guy.
that is a sick cast.
He's a really nice guy in
It
the
is?
film.
Woody
He's a nice
Harrelson.
guy. Dies. This guy, nice guy, dies.
Rip.
This guy, nice guy, dies in a plane crash.
Oh.
Who's the bad guy? John Cusack.
John
Chiwetel
Cusack's a
Ejiofor.
good guy. He's the main character.
Who's the bad guy? Oh, Woody Harrelson. Or Chiwetel
I
Ejiofor.
do not remember Woody Harrelson being in it. Oh, he's the crazy guy in the RV. Dies. Danny Glover, president.
Of course.
Good guy.
Probably
It was
dies.
during that
Dies.
time where the president in every
This
film
guy's the
was
bad
black.
guy. Yeah. Oliver Platt. He looks like a bad guy.
Does he die?
Dies.
Is anyone not
No, he doesn't.
die in
He
this
doesn't die
film?
actually. The main cast, these people, and that black lad.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Just don't bother.
Yeah, this is a bad film, but again, very entertaining. Machine Gun Preacher. You ever
I've
seen
not
that?
seen it.
I've not seen it.
Jared Butler plays like he comes out of prison, goes to Africa to become a preacher, and open up some things, and just ends up just becoming like a bit of a warlord, but a good Christian at the same time. Good
Ooh.
Christian,
Good Christian
Warlord.
boy.
good Christian preacher / not bad. Laura Croft Tomb Raider. Daniel Craig's in that, isn't he?
Is he?
Is he?
He's in the sequel
What
or the
a good boy.
prequel. Got it. Angelina Jolie with her dad, John Voight.
Isn't he dead?
Nah, he's still going.
Still going strong?
Wow, can you imagine being born in a place called Yonkers?
Yonkers, New York, in the United States.
Yeah, here's one I got down.
Speed.
It's got probably one of the best worst actors in the world, and I say that because he may not be the strongest actor,
Are you talking about my boy right now?
but he's a fantastic guy.
Are you talking about my boy?
I'm talking about your guy.
Oh no.
Wow. Budget 28 million. I'm talking, of course, about Speed, not the
Talking
drug.
about the greatest man ever lived. Who ever
Why does it
lived.
say it's
Keanu
2012?
Reeves.
Definitely
I
isn't.
thought Brendan Fraser was the best guy who ever lived.
The Speed. What's the Speed?
Was it say that?
The
Oh
Speed.
wow, yeah. 2000.
2012 crime disaster film. The Speed.
Roger Ebert gave it 4
Starring
out
the
of 4.
Keanu Reeves
Yeah.
and the Sandra Bullock.
It's just his acting in it's pretty horrendous, you know. Apart from that, it's pretty good.
Maybe he was still
Well,
growing
and
as an actor.
it's a bit cringy, yeah. 1994. I think this was like fresh off for Bill and Ted. This was fresh off Point Break, wasn't it? Let's see what else.
He's really good in Bill and Ted and Point Break.
Yeah, he's not good in. Well, Point Break
is great.
bad.
Though. He was exactly what he needed to be.
Yeah, Bill and Ted onto Point Break onto that, and then he had some personal problems. Everybody in his family died,
He's always had personal problems.
but he's still a bloody nice guy.
I mean, don't forget The Matrix in between Point Break and...
Is that a bad film? The sequels are pretty bad.
No, it's a good film, but I mean,
Matrix is
fucking
the
acting
best,
was. Sequels are poor, but
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
that's a really good film.
He's arse in it though, isn't he?
He's a what?
He's so bad in it.
Well, he's not particularly a great actor. But Gary Oldman is, so we'll let it go.
Gary Oldman.
We know what it's knocking about. My Own Private Idaho, I've not seen, but I do want to watch. It's Gus Van Sant with the Phoenix. Go away. Yusuf Islam, or as he was formerly known, Cat Stevens.
So, Myriad's up. You'll be glad to know.
Yep, we can now play songs legally.
No streaming from YouTube anymore.
Nope.
He can fade us out properly now.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But Tom's not here, so it's not as funny.
So we're going to talk about a few more films that are so bad that they're good, and then we're going to move on to films that are considered to be good but we think are actually piss.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Liam, you claim to have a knowledge of this topic. Why don't you hit us with one you've got going?
I mentioned Samurai Cop already, so let me think. There's there's a whole host of films. This is a really strange genre I encountered. There's a thing that WWE do where they're not just a wrestling company. They've decided, screw it, we can start making movies as well.
Right.
So, there's a film called The Marine.
Wait, does it star John Cena?
It stars John Cena,
right.
But then they decided Marine 2. John Cena's off. We'll have to put Randy Orton in it.
Naughty.
They actually did that.
Is it the same character or?
I think. Well, yeah, basically.
In every sense apart from the actual name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, and then
but it's one of those films where
they finally found one guy who doesn't mind not wrestling and just being in like films, and it's the worst action film you'll ever see.
I'll get it up now.
It's like Die Hard a little bit.
Ooh, Die Hard's not that bad.
I know, but like there's a lot of bad films that try to be Die Hard.
For example, Dwayne Johnson with One Leg.
Well, we don't know if that's bad yet. Personally, I think it's going to be alright.
Marine.
The Marine. The Marine. They made another one as well recently called I think it was like they made like a Bruce Lee parody film or something. It was really bad. Okay, so there's 5 of these.
Wow. The Marine 2.
The Marine 2 starring... Oh no, it's not even Randy Orton, it's Ted DiBiase. That's even worse.
The Marine Homefront.
Homefront, that's The Miz. That's really bad. I want to see which one made the most money, to be honest.
The Marine.
Oh, and John Cena was in 12 rounds as well.
The Miz again. He's back again.
The Mizaran man.
Oh, he locked it down. He did the last 4
Yeah,
installments.
they got to the point in where it's like, we don't really need him, so just let him make the films. This boy is an actor, but he's not an actor.
Well, that just text saying Sharknado. No, nothing else.
Sharknado.
Just the word Sharknado.
You know why? Because I want to one day do a whole podcast about sharks.
I've never seen Sharknado.
Sharknado is really,
I don't know why I've
really
never
good
got
though.
around to
I feel like I was in the third.
I've watched. I think I watched the opening 20 minutes of Sharknado because it was on Netflix. It might still be on Netflix.
Stuff like Sharknado
Definitely
and
is, yeah.
Mechagodzilla, I actually ironically like. Mechagodzilla is actually one of my favorite films.
But do you remember Battle Los Angeles?
Yeah.
That was a film that took itself really seriously.
Escape from LA.
That's really good. I love that film.
I know, but it's not good. Escape from New York is.
Oh, Escape from New York's brilliant.
Oh yeah, Escape from New York, obviously.
LA.
I think what's
never
bad in
seen
that
it.
film is Kurt Russell's voice.
How do you?
Kurt Russell just sounds
Kurt
like
Russell
he's
does nothing bad.
He just sounds like he's eating a pack of cigarettes.
Snake Plissken probably is eating just a packet of.
That's what he
not
had.
even
That's his
tobacco,
breakfast.
Just straight up cigarettes.
Packet of cigarettes and a cup of tea.
One that I've got down here, and it's genuinely one of my favourite films, even though it's horrendously... It's not horrendously bad, it's just got awful performances in it. A little film called Tremors.
Yeah, I mentioned Tremors earlier.
Yeah. I love it.
I don't think Tremors is a bad film.
Kevin Bacon.
This guy in it, I forgot his name. Wow.
Have you not seen Tremors, Liam? I feel like it's
I haven't.
Fred Ward. He plays like the biggest caricature of a person I've ever seen in my life. He's like slapping the knee, jumping around.
What is he, like, rich oil tycoon from Texas?
No, he's a cow. He's him and Kevin Bacon are like, I can't even remember their jobs. Cowboys.
Basically, Liam, what happens is there's giant underground worms.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that is literally the plot of the film.
And
so it's the Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob.
Yes.
Okay.
And speaking
like that bit in Gears of War
speaking
2.
of franchises, look at this: Tremors, Aftershock, Tremors 3, Tremors 4, Tremors 5. What's your dad got to say about Tremors, Jack?
Tremors. What you said? You didn't say anything about Tremors.
What's he saying?
You said Sharknado, wasn't it?
The Alaskan bullworm, the movie.
Let me.
A lot of people don't like Labyrinth and say that's like a too good spot.
I've never actually seen Labyrinth.
Labyrinth is really cool. Wait. It's got Jim Henson doing the puppetry. It's weird.
This one's not falling for it. This one ain't dumb. He's trying to trick us.
Is this before or after it at BCAR,
Use your bob.
Gears of War 2.
It's our last one. What else you gonna use it for?
Discount Russell Crowe.
So what if we make it to the rocks?
You need to draw a sea bear safety circle so it can't get you.
I reckon that 22 caliber rifle will do some damage.
I like how he doesn't warn anybody about it.
That's good.
Why is it like a skeleton wing?
Kevin Bacon's got a goddamn plan.
Where the hell is it?
I've done it!
So like, we get to this point in the film, and a cliff is revealed. So you think, oh, they're going to try and bait him off the cliff. What a genius plan! The audience are on board now. They know that's fantastic. The only people who aren't on board with this plan are these three fucking muppets in the film. That's not the plan.
What is the plan?
You'll see the plan.
Get ready!
Lay
it, man, lay it! Not yet! Not yet! Come on, what are you waiting for? Go! Come on!
Kevin Bacon plays Gary Busey playing this character.
Too far, you throw it behind him! Run, Val, run! Yeah! Can you fly, you sucker? Can you fly?
Oh wow! Just full of orange soda. I like how Kevin Bacon was acting as if that was his plan when he jumped out the way.
Well, it just suddenly hit me, you know. Stampede.
It's funny American joke.
Freeze frame credits.
Jump in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, this is a film that's pretty bad, but is also kind of
Congo.
great. Oh no, that's not what I was thinking of.
Did you watch Anaconda? There's a lot of good snake films as well.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Anaconda with a really bad CGI snake?
Yeah. CGI snakes are the best.
Usually most films with bad animals are pretty poor, except like Jaws.
Wait, have you seen Birdemic? Birdemic?
Shock and terror.
Josh?
Birdemic. Oh.
Birdemic. I think you should look at the trailer for it.
You've not seen. You know of Birdemic, though, Josh.
Birdemic trailer.
It's the one with all the birds, where they're like hitting them with coat hangers.
I thought that was an Alfred Hitchcock film.
No, that's the birds.
This is Birdemic.
which is like
Shock and Terror theatrical trailer.
Birdemic, Shock and Terror. It's like one of those.
So now you get a big
films.
payday with a big stock option, huh?
Yeah, I earned it. All those big deals I did with NCT.
Like
Millions
Transient.
of dollars of revenues and sales.
Well, you've done a great
White
job,
Neil
Rod.
deGrasse Tyson.
Meet
Loves
Star,
him.
Hi.
a young software salesman on his way to achieving his Silicon Valley dream.
Thinking about opening up a green tech company.
Really?
Meet Natalie, a beautiful young fashion model driven by
Passion.
I remember you now. You're my English.
Passion.
Oh my god, look at the angles.
So how come you never made a pass at me in school?
throw true love into the equation and anything is possible.
Birdemic 2. Wow.
Yeah, it's just
I was wondering if we can keep in contact.
I didn't know it was the 3.
Sure.
I feel like this trailer works, but if you clicked on this, you know it's about birds.
In other news today, the population
Yo,
of polar
that
bears
royalty
is
free
declining
music.
rapidly.
Hi, my name is Jerry Owens. I'm from Solar Power Accessories.
This morning, flocks of seagulls and crows were found dead in downtown
No.
San Jose
Rip.
and along Highway 101.
Visionary. Wait, isn't this the guy who's doing...
That's a Vietnamese guy.
This is the guy doing...
The crows
the new
and
thingy
seagulls
film.
also caused an accident on Highway 101. Authorities are investigating the cause of their death.
Rod, let's get out of here.
Hang on.
I think they're eagles. What's going on?
CGI birds, the best.
Why is there a London boss there?
I don't know.
They're not the dangerous animal. It's the human species that's the dangerous, menacing, and terrifying animal.
Wow. I'm pretty sure James Newton. Just stop that.
That's quite enough of that.
We need to have that as a soundtrack for one episode.
God, I hate how difficult it is to type in the title of this fucking film. God damn it. James Newgan, his name was, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
No, that's Justin McGregor.
I swear it's the James Newgan and the thing. Damn it.
What's this guy done?
Oh my goodness.
No.
Best Fiends Volume 2. Post-production. They've made a second one already. Not even seen the first one yet. 7.4. How do we find this film?
How is that good? How did they make what?
I can't help you in Ninja Kung Fu. You ever seen this film, Evolution?
Nope. No.
Yeah, it's quite good. But bad. Here's another trailer. And then we'll move on.
Nah, don't play another trailer. Just play a song. I can't imagine it's great to listen to trailers.
Sometimes it is.
This summer, is there some sort of alien attack happening here? Have a nice end of the world.
Tim Allen.
No, it's his name. It's a guy from California.
Come on, cutie pie.
It's got me in the mood for some music.
Yeah. Some of these trailers are good for the radio because they got voiceovers though. It's funny.
Liam, who's your favourite Beatle?
Probably George.
Good answer.
And so it goes on.
I really want to be with you, my lord. That was George Harrison, the best Beatle. We're now going to move on to, just whilst we've got a bit of time, films that are generally considered to be quite good, but we think are actually quite bad.
What's yours?
Godzilla 2014. I hate that film. Yeah, I'd agree with both of those.
What are we picking? The best
films that are good. You suggested this films that are good.
I suggested films that are bad. No,
good.
Films that
are considered to be good that are bad.
Yeah.
Oh right,
In our
yeah.
opinion.
Oh, then you saying the new Godzilla?
Yeah, it's bad.
Is it Avatar?
Awful.
Avatar was just a mess.
I think I'm going for something more like, I don't know, Cars don't think Cars is a good film. I think Cars is the only time Pixar have ever slipped up.
Cars isn't it? Cars is the film I had a really weird moment when I first watched that film as a kid.
I think Cars was good when you were a kid.
I didn't like it, and I didn't know why I didn't like it, and I thought I must be getting too old for cartoons. I had a really weird, existential thing.
The game's really good.
I haven't played it. This is like Fast and the Furious.
I don't agree with them too. No, that one.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the game. I know my mum and my dad hate Forrest Gump. I know a lot of people hate Forrest Gump actually.
My mum and dad hate There Will Be Blood.
I can see why people would hate There Will Be Blood. I can see why.
They hate it. They hate a film called Frank as well. There was a period where I showed them like 3 films and it was like There Will Be Blood, which was divisive. Frank, which was also quite divisive.
Watch Frank.
And also The Lobster. None of them went down. Good, bad movies.
What does that even mean?
Don't know. Not going for it.
Scarface is not a bad film. American Hustle was very.
My dad hated that.
Tell you what was recently. I didn't rate Spotlight.
I like. Yeah, I think it's just the subject matter is why it won.
Well, that's just.
There's some
King's
good bits
Speech
in
I
it.
never watched.
It's not one of those films you can watch a lot. I think Mystic River's really good. I don't know what that's on about. It's the list I'm looking at.
I suppose a lot of it. I mean, all of this is subjective. American Beauty is a brilliant film. I don't like this list. Shakespeare in Love, fair enough.
Crash is always considered to be quite a poor film, isn't it?
Yeah.
It won like Best Picture, didn't it?
I've never seen Crash.
I just know people always think it's a bit like it won sort of and was considered to be so good because of the subject matter about race and stuff, and for the time it was quite ahead. And by the time I mean 12 years ago, which is terrible. Yeah.
What else is a big film? Most of James Cameron's films, I think, aren't that good.
Films that are like considered to be quite a spectacle, like you were saying, Avatar.
It's all about the storytelling. And
yeah, what a feat that film was, but it can still be crap even if it's like.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to think about it at the time, because at the time everyone was like, it is revolutionary, but if you look back at it now,
The Abyss is pretty bad.
Yeah, I've never seen The Abyss. I don't.
Kind of boring. The Avengers is bad. Avengers: Age of Ultron is bad.
I love the first Avengers.
I think I like all Marvel films, to be honest. I just like Marvel films.
They've got 8 billion people working on them, so it's hard.
If you have so many people working on them.
They're directed by, and it's like a small country.
I don't think The Hunger Games is a bad film.
I think
third and fourth one.
I think Mockingjay is absolutely atrocious.
People think the bad.
But the books are bad, so all the sequel books are bad. I've heard a lot about this film, but I've never
any
actually
sports
seen it.
film we can go.
This is about a woman who petitions or like helps with a. If you've ever seen Last Chance U, it's basically that, but the real life story. And yeah, I think these films. Yeah, there we go. Typical Oscar bait. Doesn't necessarily make it a bad film, but
I think Oscar bait. Yeah, no, well that's incorrect. They've just said Star Wars: A New Hope is a bad film.
There's some bits of it in the original that don't hold up.
The thing is, I know plenty of Star Wars fans that literally claim they're like Star Wars' biggest fan and hate all but one of the Star Wars films, and that's Empire Strikes Back that they like.
I hate when people become those type of fans.
How can you
that,
be
like,
a fan that
overlap
hates
it.
everything?
When people become that type of fan, when they overlap and they hate it, it's like, what are you doing then?
There you go, Liam.
Avatar, yeah, it can screw itself. It's the most overrated thing ever.
Can you not wait for the sequels that are coming out next year?
I can't wait to moan about the sequel.
Did you ever play the Avatar?
Which one? Just the sequel. Boy, you're in for a treat.
I know it's going to be like 2 billion, but
it's £1 billion budget, isn't it? Isn't it $1 billion budget between all three of them? Though?
Imagine what you could do with $1 billion.
You could make a.
You could give every African a loaf of bread.
Oh wow, there's 2 coming out in the same year.
Yeah. All 3 of them are $1 billion between them all, I think. So that's 300
starting off
each.
Starting off the century right.
Wow, 2020 and 2022. I cannot be bothered.
Because they're filming them all at once, like Lord of the Rings did.
Fair.
Budget 250 million for the second one, nothing for the third one. I guess that might be a combined. Wasn't there meant to be 5 of them?
Oh no, I think he's just making a trilogy.
Depends how much money he makes.
4's a weird number though, I feel.
James Cameron's just a weird filmmaker, isn't he?
He is. Remember when he
Wasn't he a
accidentally
truck driver or something?
Remember when he accidentally broke the record for going deepest in the sea?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Accidentally.
He likes water.
Yeah.
So he did Terminator and then Aliens, then The Abyss, Judgment Day, and then it was all. And then what? That came out in 1991. He
Ghost
did
of
nothing for
Abyss.
6 years. He didn't do True Lies, did he? I stand corrected, he did. So he did True Lies, then Titanic, then nothing for 11 years.
Scroll across. He must have done something in that time.
I don't think he did.
He done the worst Terminator film.
3?
Genesis.
No, he's just producer.
Yeah, he was,
Oh, okay.
popped his name on it, didn't he? Because he was like, yeah, you know what? This is a really good film.
And guess what?
Rambo.
Fucking lied.
He did lie a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah,
Cheeky-
no, he's a bit like
cheeky
George
git.
Lucas, isn't he? He was like that. Made something once and would just ducked out. He must be so rich.
What's he worth? He's
1.7
He's a billionaire.
million.
How many filmmakers are billionaires?
George Lucas, him, probably.
Spielberg.
I wouldn't consider George Lucas a filmmaker at this point.
Well, he's well, he might not be a
Just a flop.
filmmaker, but he sold Star Wars for what, like 3-4 billion when he sold
Yeah,
it to
this guy's
Disney?
still making money off his films directly though. So
Catherine Bigelow.
she's been in a few.
She's
good
been a
things.
bit more busy than him.
She is the first female lead
Oscar
actress to win the Oscar.
Best Picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Best Director, I think. Hurt Locker.
She beat her husband, ex-husband, didn't she?
Hmm?
When she won that Best Picture, she beat her ex-husband. She the other in the category, I can't
Oh,
remember.
James, it would have been James Cameron, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Avatar.
Yeah. And it was
Thank God Avatar didn't win.
and it was a battle between Best Picture and she won.
Thank God she won, because that film is actually so much better than that. Blue. Alien piss.
New favourite word, new catchphrase.
What?
Piss.
I've been saying arse a lot today.
We can't swear on the radio.
Fuck that, Liam. Song?
Song.
What do you want? What's your favourite Beatles song?
My favourite Beatles song is Fleetwood Mac.
It's funny you should say that. There we go. Then click the button.
There we go.
properly.
Easy trans.
It's a good intro to a song. Is that a banjo, do you reckon? No?
I think it's a trumpet.
Interesting. Why don't you tell us what you think this is on our Facebook page,
And
The
we'll
Room Pulse
listen to
Media Radio Show, or tweet us at The Room Pulse. Please. It's time to wrap up the room. We're finishing a bit early tonight.
Bit early. We don't have Tom to ramble on, so
It's been difficult without the music for a bit.
yeah.
And then once we had the music, I thought like, oh, bloody hell.
Oh.
So, as always, let's plug the socials. You can tweet us at The Room Pulse. You can email us on our business email at theroompulse@gmail.com. I nearly got it this week.
Need it written down.
Or Facebook, The Room Pulse Media Radio Show. Find our YouTube channel, The Room Podcast, online. Last week's episode was uploaded today. This week's episode will be uploaded Saturday.
Are we still using that really bad picture of me?
No,
And Tom's editing.
you're not in last week's episode.
Oh, I'm not.
Because you weren't there, so I terribly cropped Sean onto it,
That's good.
sucking on a glow stick, actually, of all things.
That's good.
That's a good
but-
picture.
well, yeah, next week's episode will have a new thumbnail, so that's exciting. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Sorry that we've had problems this week. Hopefully, you still listened. That one person out there, Jack's dad.
Thanks, Jack's dad.
Woo.
Ian, is it Ian?
It is.
Thanks, Ian.
I think probably not even listening anymore.
Oh well.
God damn you, Ian.
So we've got one more song to play as we exit,
Yep. There's one more song as we say.
and it's an absolute tune. But to
Goodbye.
be honest, we're exporting. I think. Are we exporting?
Yeah, we got.
So we'll probably
wait,
still be here when the
yeah,
song finishes.
I'm gonna
so
stop the recording
see you
now.
later.